I hate OBS. I hate OBS. The one stream where I don't check if my mic was working. Oh my god, the one stream where I don't check if my mic was working. I'm like, oh, I always check. I don't need to. It always works. I hate everything. OBS likes to forget that my mic exists. OBS likes to just be like, oh yeah, you have a mic? We're just gonna forget that you set it to work. Yeah, we're just gonna forget about it. So every single time, and because I haven't streamed in a while, I forgot. Every single time I stream, I have to check if OBS remembered that my mic exists. Oh my god. I hate everything. This is like the one stream, whatever. I've had like one viewer this entire time. It doesn't matter to me. It does not matter. I don't know. Okay, whatever. I'm basically okay. The premise of this stream, I'm practicing a maze technique I've been learning with rockets, where you fly up, and then you unequip your elytra, re-equip the elytra, and then fly down in the same rocket boost. You can go up and down really fast, and then when you go and hit the person, you just re-equip your chest plate so that way you can do the mace hit. And it's like a lot of inputs really quickly, and I can do it. My only problem is just like actually aiming at people, because people move around. Like I can do it just fine in a practice world. The rest of the stream, but I want to also show off a data pack I've been making. Yo, why is this world taking so long to load? Okay, there we go. Okay. So I pay no attention to everything in my inventory. Not how you spell rocket. If I do this, give me a chest plate. We're gonna here. This is good to practice on. Put myself in survival mode. So I just completely messed it up and I'm gonna die, but can I eat, please? Probably should wear more armor. So we fly up. Kinda hard to tell if you're flying or not. And then you fly down and hit the dude. But I keep messing it up because I'm being watched and it's embarrassing. Okay, so let's not mess this up for the 500th time. There we go. That's how you do it. Let's find another creeper. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm like looking at my hotbar too much to make sure I'm like selecting the right item. There we go. I need to be looking at where I'm actually aiming so I can land the hit. But that's like, I don't know, that's kind of the premise of it. You do that and then you can chain your mace hits. I don't know, I kind of almost got it there, but I think you get the idea. I hope. I don't know. There's a lot of things going on the screen. It probably just looks like absolute nonsense and like tomfoolery and spam, but that's what I'm trying to achieve, except on an actual player who's moving around and possibly holding a shield, and yeah, and also probably flying as well. Because that's like the one problem with like Mace PvP, is that like Mace PvP is low-key kind of just meant for like Mace PvP isn't really meant to exist in a normal survival world. I mean, that's not true, but like typically not everyone's gonna have a mace. Like it kind of relies, Mace PvP kind of relies on the fact that only one person will have a mace, and that would like change the tide of the battle or whatever. And like I guess like the biggest counter to the mace, other than like a shield or something or slow falling, is another mace is someone else who also has a mace and can be on the same level as you. So, like, Mace PvP is just kind of awkward, because it's like, it works best if you're the only one that has the mace. So, kind of weird. And especially if you add rockets into the mix, it's like, how am I supposed to hit anybody? And, like, I'm adding rockets in because I want to do these cool techniques to add some interest and flavor to Mace PvP. Unfortunately, if you're, like, in a match with, like, a bunch of people, it's kind of hard to pay attention to everyone, so people just start walking around and they're not really flying. I gotta put red. Here, bro. There we go. There's like a lot to think about right now. Yeah, I should not have been wearing my elytra there. Let's go to the lobby. I don't really care about my kill streak. I mean, my win streak. Does that count as a loss? Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay. I don't know why. I literally died, but I don't know. Maybe it waits until the game is over to count it, because it used to not do that, but whatever. It says my win streak over here on the right. Oh yeah, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be able to stream today. Like I said in the title, this might be a shorter stream. Because I don't know, I can't really stream when people are home. My family is too noisy. My door is not very soundproof, and my sister likes to barge in every hour. Recently, she's been starting to play Minecraft, and she keeps asking me questions about the game, and she wants me to play with her. I'm like, yeah, but like I need some time for myself, please. And I don't feel like making, like, I don't think she'd understand the whole streaming thing, or I don't want to explain that to my whole family and stuff. So, like, I'm on a time limit right now. And, I might not do some Mace PvP for too much longer because I want to show off the datapack stuff. I'll probably do one more game, show that off, and then I'll just do Mace PvP for a little bit. Like, I have no idea when my family's supposed to come back home. They just told me early afternoon, and it's 1:30. No idea what that means. So, yeah. We have 6 players queued. You are not safe from the ads? Damn. Is that a map maker cape? Oh no, that's an essential cape. I thought that was the map maker cape. Like, if you're a person who's made a realms map, you get a special cape. That was just an essential mod cape. Okay, so I just completely missed that. I should not be using my rock away from the ground. What am I doing? This is the bedrock player, isn't it? Yep. They're crouching and they're shielding. That's how you crouch. I mean, that's how you shield the bedrock. They're also totally unaware that their shield is disabled. Get him. Damn, this guy, we're teaming on this kid. You know what? This is the perfect opportunity to practice this. There we go. I did it. And the kid who was not moving at all. Okay, you're dead. Oh my god, how did I miss that? It was like point blank. Oh shit. Equip the totem. The one thing I don't like about these custom duels for some reason is, like, for whatever reason, and I don't know if it's just because there's so many players, like, my pearl charge, this is so much more inaccurate. Like if I play on a different server, it like always lands, like 90% of the time. I do the exact same input, and it's like, we don't really feel like landing that. Let's turn on his lag switch so we could stall him fire with that. There we go. Yeah, if you're not safe from the ads, I do not care if you use an ad blocker. I make like 4 cents off of these streams. It does not... Like, the ads do not benefit me in any way. I just leave them on in case I magically get thousands of viewers, or a miracle happens, like that one time when I got like 174 or something like that. But I think I've turned down the frequency of them to be like regular or something. I don't know. There are a lot of ads, but at least you can skip them on like Twitch. That's like one thing I don't like about Twitch is that like there's just so many ads because they want you to get the Prime subscription because that's how they make money. There's just so many ads. And like they're all like unskippable and it's like you gotta watch 5 of them. But I mean, I don't know. People gotta make that bag, I guess. Please land. Of course not. It's gonna hit the wall though. Did he just repot in the sky against the wall? Damn. Washing my hair with buckets was really interesting today. Oh, is that because you don't have a shower? Right. Like you don't have like a working shower head or something. I have a feeling that this one guy who's left is like kind of good at this stuff. And that's why he's lived so long. But I don't know, maybe he just needs to... How did I miss that literally? Don't do any more rocket racing, I guess. Just start hitting the guy, man. We're not hitting him any other way. Like sometimes Mace PvP is kind of funny because it's like you're not actually doing a lot of DPS ever, but the damage that you do is usually massive. So it's like sometimes it's just like you just gotta hit the guy with a sword. An axe. People don't really stop to heal that much in Mace PvP because they're not really taking that much damage. Because you're just evading attacks all the time, constantly in the air. It's kind of hard to get hit. And no hot water, so you boiled some water? Oh my gosh, okay. That sucks. This guy just like come down to the ground. I know he has absolutely no reason to. It's like perfectly reasonable for him to stay in the air because there's currently 4 people trying to kill his ass. But like, bro, come down to the ground. My pearl charge is I gotta land this freaking server. Like if it's in like the regular mace kit, like not in customs, it'll land. Oh god, he almost killed me. What is this guy doing? Did he run out of wind charges? No way. Nah, you know what happens? When I see people doing this, I know exactly what they're trying to do. But she's trying to, like, stack up with wind charges and blocks. If you can click fast enough, you can, like, place a wind charge and place blocks underneath you. And you can, like, stack up really fast. But they obviously can't do that. And they're also just trying to be this one YouTuber who's really good at Mace PvP who does that in his videos. And it's like, bro, you're not him. You're not him. Am I the only one actually hitting this guy? I swear. Could have waited longer to hit him. That was close. Oh my god, how did I miss that, bro? And he's lagging is the terrible part, too. That's just gonna hit the ground. Oh, okay. Somebody finally got him. Alright, I'm gonna show off the data pack stuff now. That's enough macing for now. I might get back to it, but I want to show off what I've been working on for like the past month, slowly, over time. And I'm really proud of it. Okay, so this is my data pack world where I just developed the data pack. And I've made a few custom weapons. And so I will be going over each and every one of them. So, first we have the Scythe, which is called Withering Hope. That name is subject to change. This was a weapon from a previous server that I hosted, and we just give it that name, but that name might change. Because the idea is that this data pack is being developed for a server I want to make. No idea when that's going to come, but hopefully someday. Okay, so this is Withering Hope. It is the Scythe. It looks pretty cool. It's got a wither skull on it. Like crying bloody tears. You can see it right here. When I hold it, I have W aura. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was cool. And what it does is when you hit somebody, they get the withering effect. So yeah. And then also when you have it in your inventory, you get the hunger effect because it's like draining on your life force. I don't know, lore stuff. However, you can just totally bypass that by just putting it in a bundle. There's just not really a way to detect for that. So yeah, that's that. Next up is in the thumbnail. This is called the Heated Hammer. It is, yeah, it's a mace. But it's not just any mace. It's a hammer. I made it look like a hammer. This is based off of one of the models that I used for like a custom mace texture. If I do this, let me grab a normal mace. Here we go. They look exactly the same, pretty much, just different colors. But I have since then made my own texture pack to retexture the mace to make it actually look like a mace, and I might actually change that for the resource pack for this thing. But yeah, what this does is it causes an explosion when you actually land or hit with it. If I go in survival, you can see I have a heat level right above my hotbar. And the more hits I get, oh, a bunch of zombies. You can see it goes up. Missed, but it'll go up. And it'll tell me that the hammer is cool enough to hold right now because that's only if I'm switching off of it. If I get one more hit, I start taking damage, and I almost just died there because the hammer is too hot to hold. So it's kind of like a balanced mace that's like really strong. It's not really balanced. I mean, like all these weapons are actually meant to be really strong. So yeah, that's how it works. And then slowly over time, that goes down. And yeah, look, it's telling me that the hammer is cool enough to hold now. So I know I'm not going to die if I try and hold it. So like every 10 seconds or so, in fact, exactly 10 seconds, pretty much, this heat meter will go down. And so next up we have the gauntlet. And this is like a glove. Pretty cool looking. It's like made of copper and has like netherite texturing on it. And what it does is you see I have like an impact meter, right? And what this does is the more that loads up, basically loads up the longer I hold this thing, up to like 3 levels, the more damage and knockback I'm gonna do. So if I do a crit there, he'll just die. So if I have it be like 1, it'll be not a lot of knockback. If it's 2, it'll be some. I just died. If I spam with it, it's not really a lot of knockback. But if I do 2, it's kind of a lot. And if I do 3, it's a lot of knockback and a lot of damage. I don't know. This weapon might need some tweaking because currently it's just not really that powerful compared to the other weapons, but I think its concept is pretty cool. And so, yeah, that is that. So basically, the longer you hold it, the more knockback and damage you do, up to a certain maximum. Because you can actually only make how much knockback you do, only do so much. So yeah, next up is, this is called the Tempest Axe. And when I get crits, or really if I just get falling damage, because it's not really a way to detect if you land a critical hit, you'll notice my electricity meter charges up. And so you can actually shoot lightning at dudes. I kind of missed there because this is kind of finicky, but I just charge it up again. And summon lightning by right-clicking on guys. So it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and if you try to right-click before, it'll do this thing. Those particles are not supposed to appear. In fact, I was not supposed to be able to strike lightning there, so that's something I have to fix. I don't know why it's doing that, but I can figure it out. But I think you understand how it's intended to work. I'm actually glad that I caught that, because I did not know that that was broken like that. Okay, next up, which is something I actually just modeled last night, and this is not finished at all. I literally just modeled this last night because I was bored. Gave it to myself, didn't even give it any like lore like these other things have. Didn't really give it any special effects yet. I'm still working on it. But it's just a healing staff. It's gonna like make it so that you heal when you right click on it. You see it makes this cool sound. It has this little particle. And got like this little crystal in it, some kind. And this actually glows in the dark too. So if I go in creative, block this up, you can see the crystal glowing in the dark. It is an emissive texture. So, yeah. And honestly, it's kind of all I've made so far, I think. But it's actually been a lot of work and actually really fun to learn it all, despite having some difficulties sometimes and like going through all those obstacles. Like I'm gonna have to figure out why this isn't working properly, because I was able to strike lightning when my electricity meter wasn't full. But I mean, it's actually pretty cool how it works, because a lot of these work with, in fact, all of these work with their own custom enchantments that you can't see, but I have the Withering enchantment that I added. We have Impact for the Gauntlet. We have, what's it called? Fire Burst. Not that, there's Fire Burst. Here we go, Fire Burst. And we have, it's Electrify? Yes. So these are the 4 custom enchantments that I've added. This is vanilla Minecraft, by the way, technically. Like, it's not really vanilla because it's a data pack, but it's the same concept as applying a resource pack. But like I'm not using any mods to install this. This is a data pack, so you could put this on your world file. Like you literally just put this in your world file in a vanilla installation, and it would add this stuff in. This is not making use of any mods. So I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. That's what I've made so far. This one I still gotta work on. I want to like figure out how to make a circle of like particles around me, so I could have like a kind of like a healing circle. I don't know. I thought that would be a cool idea, because all these weapons are really like more offensive kinds of weapons. Like you use them to attack. And I'm like, what if there was one that was actually like used to heal people around you? So I want to make it so that you have to like hold it. You have to like right click for like a certain amount of seconds, and then it'll start healing everybody around you. So that's it so far. Yeah, this has been a lot of work. I'm actually really proud of these models. I'm not like a professional modeler or artist. I mean, I'm just an artist. I have a vision and I go for things, but I'm not like not super good at this kind of thing. But this is what I made so far. I really like the model for this axe. At first, I just had the handle for it be like one straight thing, but I'm like, yeah, it just looks kind of plain. It just looks kind of like a weird axe, or like I don't know. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I can make like the hilt in the shape of a lightning bolt. I was like, yeah, that goes hard as fuck. So I did that. And now it actually looks a lot more unique. This one I modeled last night, and this was like kind of a pain to do. Luckily, the um the texturing of it wasn't too difficult. It was still kind of annoying, but I just got the texture from the oak log texture, and then just kind of applied it here. It is pretty cool. Thank you. Um, this one I like because it actually like displays like it's on your hand. Um, Also you might notice it actually slows you down when you're holding it. Um, I don't know. I thought that would make it feel cooler. Like it's got more of a heaviness to it. And yeah, this one is. I don't know. This is aura right here. I think it's pretty cool. Is there something I'm missing? I feel like there's something I'm missing. There kind of is, but like not really. There's a couple of item models in this pack that like I'm not actually gonna do anything with. It's just something I made like a while ago. Like I made this axe model. I don't know, it's just like kind of like a fireman's axe. It's cool. I used it to make this one, or I based it off of this one. I don't know. Probably gonna get rid of that in the final version of this pack. And then what else do I have? I have the hero sword, which is like kind of based way too much off the master sword, and I'm probably just gonna scrap it because even though it looks kind of cool, it's just kind of mid. Like it's just, I don't know, it's too plain. So I have like all these cool like alternative weapons to a sword here. I have like a scythe, a staff, a glove, an axe, and a hammer. And this one's just like, oh, it's just a sword. I don't really know what I could do with it. I'm like, oh, I could maybe do a spin attack thing. And then I couldn't really figure out how to do that because I'm like, I don't really know. I tried having some kind of visual effect with it, but it just like was not working the way that I wanted it to, unfortunately. So I kind of scrapped that. Um, oh yeah, there is also another thing, which I'm not sure if I'll leave it in the final thing, but it was something that was just this pack is kind of just made off of something for a previous server. But if I take a copper ingot and another ingot, and it looks like we don't have the actual model for it. Damn. Uh, really? There's no model for it? Damn, I thought. You know what? It might be bugged. Um, but I can just do this. That's the crafting recipe for it. This is it. It's a frying pan. You hold it in your hand. It's supposed to do a lot of damage. And also, if you get an item frame, you can display it on like your stove or something. Or you can, I don't know, hang it up on your wall. Something like that. I don't know. Whatever you want to do with it. But that's that. Actually is a couple other models that I could do. But I'm not sure if they're going to be in the final pack. They probably won't. I was just kind of making it just to experiment with stuff. But I think it's called Gilded Mace. And this one's from the previous server that I ran as well. This was like my main weapon. It's just like a gold hammer that's literally just a mace. But yeah. And I want to make it so that like you can craft this with the mace or something, but it just doesn't really have any special effects. So I might not actually do anything with that. Next up we have the reinforced mace, which is a netherite mace. Basically this happens if you, or it's supposed to happen if you apply a netherite upgrade to the mace in a smithing table. I'm not sure if it works. I think it might have broken because they changed how. Yeah, I think it broke because they changed how smithing recipes work. I did not mean to leave the game. So I don't know, but it's a thing, and you understand the intended way of getting this. And the reason I made this is because it doesn't do any more damage, but I just think it's really stupid that maces can burn in lava. Like, I get it, like, oh, they're not made of netherite, so they don't want to imply that. But this is dumb. You know how hard it is to get a mace? It can be pretty easy, but it can also be, like, hours and hours of work. Trust me, I know. And, like, the fact that you can just, like, lose it in lava is kind of stupid. So I was like, why not just make a thing where you don't lose it in lava if you just apply netherite to it? So I think I have to... I forget how this works. Is fire? No, that's just not how that works. Okay, I don't know how to do commands. I do, but I don't. I don't know the specific stuff that the game doesn't tell you. But you can give it a component that says, hey, this thing won't take damage, or it won't burn in fire, because that's silly. So that's the idea of it. And I forget if there's anything else. I can look through my resource pack, look at all the models that I have. I used to, in a previous version of it, unfortunately they changed how armor trims work. I had a custom armor trim that actually added in pink armor trims, and I thought that was cool because it kind of feels like the one color that we're really missing for armor trims, in my opinion. Like you used like a nautilus shell to make it. Just give me 1 second here. Looking at my models. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, those are all the models that I made. They're pretty cool in my opinion. I remember the time you spent on Voxel. Yeah. Yeah, I literally got like 6 or 7 heavy cores on that server, and I just wanted Windburst books. I'm like, I don't need 7 maces. I just want Windburst, please, because it's like I think Windburst is like slightly rarer than getting a heavy core from the trial chambers. I wanted Windburst 3 so that I could actually do the Elytra stuff I'm doing today, but I never got to achieve that dream because the server was not kind. And so I was like, that's why I put up the offer on the server, like, hey, if you have a Windburst book for whatever reason, and you don't have a mace, and you don't want the Windburst book, I will give you a heavy core for it. Or at least as, like, an incentive. And then one dude was like, oh yeah, I have a Windburst 3, I have a Windburst 3 book. I'm like, wait, there's no way this guy has a Windburst 3 book. And, like, I was kind of skeptical, but I was like, I don't know, why would he lie? And I'm desperate at this point. So I get on the server and he's like, oh shoot, it was actually density 5. And I was like, bro, you did not just troll me like that. I forget who it was, but I forget everyone's names on that server. There's so many people. But I don't know, I was like, that kind of sucked. You know, I can't blame them. But like Windburst 3 is actually a ridiculously hard enchantment to get in survival because the only way you can get Windburst books is from the ominous vaults. And you can only get Windburst 1. So you need 4 Windburst 1 books to make Windburst 3. And then the chances of getting Windburst are like super low. I can look it up right now. It's like a 7% chance or something. It's like stupid. It might even be lower than that. Ominous vault. Let's see the loot for it. It's a 5.5% chance. Yeah. It's tough. That means it's like it's literally yeah, it's 18 for like every 18 containers that you open, you'll get 1. So for every 18 vaults that you open, you'll get 1 Windburst book. And like, by the way, there's like on average like 5 ominous vaults per trial chamber. This guy's trying to do the thing that I don't do. So that means you have to go to like at minimum probably 3 or 4, maybe even 5 trial chambers just to get all of the Windburst books. And you also have to have a lot of luck with that. Like that's like at minimum. And that's unlikely. That's if you're like super lucky. I'm just fighting random people more. I'm not even like paying attention to the team when I should be. I'm gonna turn on hip hop. Just I can't focus. How did I miss that one? Breath. What time is it? It's almost 2. How long have I been streaming? Really not that long, right? Yeah, not even an hour. If I end stream, it's probably gonna be kind of abrupt. Because I literally only know if my family's getting home the moment that they're home. So, yeah. But, you know, it's not like I'm doing anything that, like, I can't, like, needs to be finished. Like, nothing here is very, significant. I just wanted to stream today because I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to stream for a while. I can do it early in the day. I saw the opportunity come in. I can't stream next week. I'm really sad about that because I really want to watch the Minecraft live show, even if it's like really boring most of the time. I really like seeing what's coming to the game. I have a feeling that this next update might be kind of multiplayer focused because they have like 4 or 5, yeah, like they have like 5 YouTuber guests, YouTuber/streamer guests, for this show. And so so that might mean that they need a lot of players to test this thing out with. I don't know. There's been a lot of people thinking that it's going to be an update related to the oceans because they've just done a lot of like community involvement stuff with like ocean stuff, which is like kind of a reach, but I'd be totally for it. Because I think we need deeper oceans. I think we could totally have like a deep dark ocean biome. I think that would be the coolest thing, and also expand on the Skulk stuff because it's kind of just like a it's literally just, I don't know, they need to expand on the systems that they keep adding because they just keep adding new systems and then not really expanding that much on them. Like Skulk needs more of a purpose. I feel like people honestly have not used it as much as we thought we would because it's just so finicky. Like it's just kind of annoying to work with like Skulk and how it like always detects things, and like it's kind of hard to like block off directions with like 17 wall blocks and stuff, and it makes your redstone really big, and the point of redstone optimization is to make it as small as possible. So I don't know, I feel like there needs to be something else to do with Skulk. I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to like some jail in Philadelphia on Saturday. I'm not going to jail. I'm just going to a jail that's not been run since 1971. It's like the East State Penitentiary, I think it's called, or like a where Al Capone stayed or something. I don't freaking know. It should be cool. Alright, I only did 2v2, so I forgot where are the people. Dead. Almost dead. Where do they keep going, bro? Where'd they go? Oh, they're over here. Damn. I have a good hit. It's not gonna. My own teammate's trying to kill me right now. I don't know if this happened, if I mentioned this, like, when I was muted or when my mic wasn't working. I should have checked. I should literally just, like, look and see if it's, like, detecting my voice. I don't know why I didn't do that. I just didn't think to. I don't know if I said this when I was muted. But the thumbnail for this stream took way too long to make. Like, I realized, like, it took me, like, a half an hour to make. And I was like, I'm spending way too much effort on this for such a short stream. Because I was like, this took me like a half an hour to make. And like, this is not even going to be that long of a stream. Like, I could have been streaming already. Wasted like potential streaming time. Where did the person go? This way. I will say, as much as I hate the locator bar, I think it's stupid. I find it quite annoying. I like seeing how much XP I have. I don't really care where people are at all the time. Hey, way up there. Just in the wall. That's so stupid. It's handy for these PvP matches, because I want to know where people are, because they like die all the time. What do you think this is gonna do, man? Are they just gonna fly up infinitely? Please don't tell me. Where'd they go? They're down. No, wait, they're up. That's them. Come at me, bruv. Oh my god. You know what? Let them waste their rockets. I don't care. Yeah, the problem with Mace PvP with Electros is that you can just run away. If this was a realistic SMP fight, you would literally just fly away. But, you know, if you're in a PvP match, the whole point is that you're actually fighting the other person. I've been streaming for 54 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna end stream soon. Because the stream is not gonna be that fruitful of content. I did not mean a screenshot. But whatever. I am dying to be on an SMP. I'm actually dying. Every time I go on Minecraft, I'm like, man, I wish I had a survival world to like log into and like actually do stuff on. And I do have a survival world, but like, I just don't care to do anything on it. I'm like, what's the point of building anything if only I'm gonna be around to enjoy it? And like, I don't know. I just don't get that like, in the modern versions, I really just don't get that like self-validation or that self-accomplishment in a single player world that I do in like beta 1.7.3. And like I just haven't played on the beta version right now because I'm just lacking for inspiration. I have to make all these city buildings and I just don't have any more designs up in my mind. And so I'm just like, I just want to play on an SMP and like do stuff, and nobody's starting one right now. So I'm like, well, I might as well be the one to start one, but if I'm going to start one, I want it to be really cool, so that's why I'm making this data pack. So that's the plan. When I finish up my data pack, I might add custom structures for all the weapons too. So that we actually have to like achieve something to get the weapons in the first place. Have there be some lore and stuff. But that's gonna take a while, and they're probably not gonna be. The structures are probably not gonna be made as part of the data pack. It's probably gonna be just actually custom built in the world by hand. Not by hand, but you know, with building tools and stuff like Axiom. I would have liked for it to be part of the data pack, but I don't think there's really like a way to make it so that one singular structure generates like I don't know. I could add custom structures if I wanted to. In fact, I might. Little custom dungeons, just for funsies. Because there's a lot you can do with like there's a lot you can do with the the trial spawners and all that stuff. Like they're so customizable as far as I know. Like you can change like so much about the mobs that spawn from them. Like you can change what mobs spawn. You can change like what armor they have, the trims on the armor. You can change what loot comes out of the trial spawners and the vaults. Like it is really cool. I don't know why that guy pull up his shield. That did a lot of damage. I know. Yep. That was a crit attack. Could be doing a lot more damage if I wasn't always flipping down the sprint button. I gotta remember to do that. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. Like, I'm gonna end this stream and I'm gonna, like, stare at my screen, like, what do I do? Like, I don't know, I'll probably work on, like, figuring out the healing stuff. Particles are weird. I'm trying to, like, add a circle of particles or make the particles, like, spread out everywhere, but it seems like each particle in the game, like, acts differently because I had, like, those raid omen particles for the scythe. And they spread out. Like, they spread out when I tell them to spread out, just in the command. Right? But if I do that exact same command that tells them to spread out, and then I just change the particle to something else, it just doesn't do that. And I'm like, what the hell? Like I want to do this, right? But with like green particles with this. And like I don't know, maybe having the particles move down or something. But the particles just don't really want to move that much. They just don't. So like I don't know. I have to figure out particle stuff. Because some parts of it don't make sense to me because it's like I guess the raid omen particle just works different because it's like an effect. And this one I don't know. There's like some weird hard coding of each particle that's like different for everything. And I want to like I don't know. I wanted to make it so that like if you have the max electricity, it'll display like a particle on your axe. But it's like kind of hard to do that because the commands just kind of make it hard to have particles display like directly like on your hand or something. It's kind of difficult to work around with. Yeah, I really don't know why the electricity thing wasn't working the way I wanted it to. I could fix it right now. Looking at my data pack. Like, I don't know. Um, let's see. Maybe it was just displaying wrong or something. Oh, wait, okay, yeah, I know exactly why. Okay, I should have just fixed it, I think. If I do slash scoreboard players set myself actually like that's this over here. This counts how many hits I have, basically, and then that goes down every 15 seconds. And then I want to set it to 4. And then if I oh wait, it just went down. Set it to 4 again. Yeah, now it doesn't work. And if I set it to 5, it does work. And it draws this line. I had to do a raycasting method that I had to follow the tutorial for. But basically this only shoots lightning if you look at an entity. And it's not going to do ones in the water because it only continues the raycast through air blocks, not through liquid. So if I just find a random mob, which there may not be any because I killed them all. I don't know, let's spawn a silverfish. I had to make like the aiming for this kind of generous. That's why I miss it sometimes, but most of the time it works. Yeah, it can be kind of hard sometimes. It is actually playing the wrong sound. Did I mess that up? I might have just fixed it. Yep. Okay, that worked. If I set it to 4. Okay, yeah. Alright, I just totally fixed that right now. You've just watched me do some live development. Yeah, I don't know. I think that what I've accomplished, I think this might be my favorite, like, weapon in terms of, like, how it works and just the functionality of it and stuff. I think it's just cool what I managed to do. Um, this weapon's for me, though. This is my thing. I totally just made this for myself. Um, like, come on, it's a mace, it's a hammer, really, and it's got fire stuff. It freaking causes an explosion when you land a hit with it. Like, that's cool as fuck. But this one, I don't know. I think it's really cool. Like, it's got, I really like the way it looks. It's got like this gold coloring, the breeze rod texturing on the rod of it, and it's got the iron texturing for the actual like blade. And I think it's so cool that you could just shoot a lightning bolt at something. Like, I don't know. That's just cool. I don't see how you could think that's not cool. The only thing I don't like about it is that like you don't actually have to get a crit to charge this up. I wish you could do that. I wish you could detect if somebody gets a critical hit, but you can only just really detect if they're um falling while hitting. And there might be a way to detect if you got a critical hit, but it's kind of complicated. And I was like, maybe we don't need that. Whatever. 'Cause you kind of want to be doing critical attacks anyways to do the most damage. Um, this one I also really like. I like this whole meter thing. I have this whole display meter system on all of these weapons, or some of them. This was like at some point in time, this was like the coolest weapon I made. I thought that this was super cool that I could have it apply the withering effect when you hit somebody with something. And now it kind of just seems like the lamest. Like, it's just kind of mid. It's kind of boring. Because it doesn't really have any like special thing. It's just like, oh, it does damage, which is kind of like not really that much better than a fire aspect sword, if I'm being honest, except, you can't use fire resistance to block it. And, yeah, you can't use fire resistance to block it. And what else? You also get hunger. So, like, I might need to add a buffer to it. You know what I did? I totally forgot. You can block with the weapon. That's it. So that means you can't use your offhand while you're holding it, but, I don't know, if you just hold a totem, then you're probably fine. Because you don't really need to use a totem. But yeah, you can block with it, and there is a special blocking sound. But like, I can't get like the shield break sound to work, or I don't know. I don't really understand how shield break sounds work. But if you listen closely, this actually hits me. There's supposed to be a blocking sound. If I have this spider attack me, yeah, you'll hear it. I don't understand how like blocking sounds work in this game. It doesn't make any sense ever. So I don't know. I still got to figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. That's what I've been up to. That's what I've been developing. I really haven't been working on videos that much, but I've just been working on this data pack, and it's been super fun to learn everything. So, yeah. Anyway, I've been streaming over for a little bit of an hour. I said this would be a shorter stream today. I've kind of run out of things to do. I don't need to go and do Mace PvP a million times. I think you've seen enough of that. I'm having a problem right now where I just don't know what to stream because I'm not on any SMP. I've kind of done enough like Mace PvP streams. I want to do the spider mod pack stream again with a friend, but that friend is like having a difficult housing situation right now, so he can't play. And it's like, man, I don't know. I just want to join an SMP. Like, please, just let me in. Somebody. I don't know how to reach out to people and be like, yo, can I stream on your SMP? Like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to beg people to like let me join their server and stuff. And like, I don't even like know where to look for that kind of stuff. It's difficult. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to reach out. I don't know where to reach out. I don't know what to do. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna just make my own and invite like any one of my friends that wants to join, and it'll be fun, hopefully. So yeah, that's been the work in progress thing. But anyways, I think that's gonna be all from me. Um, so I don't know when I'm gonna stream again. Um, I can't stream this weekend, unfortunately, because like I said, I'm going on a little bit of a vacation thing, a little bit of a trip. I'm really sad that I won't be able to watch Minecraft live while it's live, but at least I can just only watch the actual parts that people care about, like the 7 minute, the actual of actual 7 minutes of actual footage of the next update. Um, I can skip all the boring like marketplace promotion stuff, all that boring slop that they just slap into their half an hour presentation, and then I get to watch the actual stuff. It's just like I'd rather like I don't know. It's not as hype if you just like see like what's being added, like, and it's not like during the live stream, and you're not like there for the reveal. Like it's not as cool, and like I'm dying to know, so I want to like know as soon as possible. So like I'm gonna be like in a prison, like looking at my phone, like, oh my gosh, they've added apple pie to Minecraft or something. I don't freaking know what they're gonna add these days, but I wish they would add apple pie. There's not enough food in the game. Uh, but I don't know. So many times in the past have I had to like miss one of the Minecon live shows or Minecraft Live, Minecraft Earth, whatever the hell it's been called. I've had to miss it due to like some kind of thing I've been busy with on the weekend or something. And so I don't know. I'm just kind of sad I don't get to stream it, but I will be paying attention, probably posting my initial reactions to it on Instagram on my story. And yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it's something cool, something unique. Like who knows what they're gonna add, because like the copper golem was a pretty cool thing and all this new copper stuff. Honestly, I'm not like totally sold on the new copper stuff. Like I think it's cool. It's definitely a good addition to the game, but I'm just like I'm not really sure exactly where I would use all of this, because I don't I don't know. I've just kind of adjusted so that I don't need to use all of this. But it's cool. The copper golems are cool. It's kind of like every time they add a new mob, they kind of fall short a little bit of like total amazing functionality, because Minecraft mob AI always sucks. Like there's just some things about the copper golem where it's like, why can't it do this? Why can't it remember where the items are? And sometimes it just kind of sucks. But yeah. Um yeah, so I don't know. We will see. I'm gonna guess there's gonna be a new mob. That's usually a safe bet. Uh some new blocks. And maybe a new biome. I'm just making some riveting claims here, you never know. I just remembered I meant to play Minecraft music this entire stream, but I just totally forgot to start it. So oh well. Um that's whatever. I'm a professional streamer. Anyway, that's gonna be all from me, because now I'm just rambling. I'm literally just rambling. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself for the rest of today, but I don't know. I'll figure something out. I'm just gonna work on the data pack more, maybe make that staff work, and I don't know, watch some freaking YouTube. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just here. But anyways, I gotta stop yapping. Thank you all for watching. I know I peaked at like 4 viewers this stream for like a couple of minutes. It was kind of cool, but whatever. I don't really care that much. So that's gonna be all from me. And I will see you all next time.